Today we're having a look at a stopcock. Now this is a 22mm type, so quite a big one, but usually they're 15, half inch, a bit smaller. Now there's a specific way the water has to flow. If you keep getting water sort of shutting off, sometimes you find that the stopcock's been fitted the wrong way. Now what you're looking for is the arrow is in the direction of flow. Basically, if it's not, the water will come over and try and push the washer down onto its seat. Now, mostly with these, you're going to find that the problem is either they're seized or there's water leaking from here around the gland nut. Now, what you can do is you can literally just nip the gland nut tighter, which usually will stop it leaking from there. But we'll go through the whole lot. We can have a look, we can see, and the different issues. Now, obviously, water off. Quite often easier said than done, being as it's a stopcock, but still, water off, and then you can unscrew the main insert from the body. Aside for a moment. Now, what you want to look for in here, just like taps, make sure that seat is nice. There's no nips or erosion on it, no debris in the seat, etc. You can reseat them, but it's not really worth doing because the tap reseating tools don't really work too well with these. Anyway, so check that's okay. If not, change it. And then we've got the stopcock. Washer, replaceable. Again, it disintegrates in your hand, leaves black marks. It's probably on its way out. You're looking for bits of crud stuck in it, splits, cracks, etc. Desperation, just turn it over. But you can pretty much cut these from a bit of rubber, bigger washer, etc. They just push on. Now what you want to make sure is that it's actually right down in, sometimes a screwdriver or something, just to push it, just to make sure it goes right underneath the little mushroom head. Now, what you can do then, if your stopcock's seized or stiff, wind it out, take the shaft out, there we go, and a little bit of silicone grease here and in here. Wind it in a few times and out, and then add a bit more grease. That should loosen it up. Sometimes a little bit of heat will help. Then have a little look at the packing under here. Take this off, and what you're looking for in this one, it's a graphite insert there that this squeezes to make the seal around here between the body and the shaft. And on it goes. And then watch out for this. This can be a bit of a pain because they're not that easy to get hold of, and if it's gone, sometimes a turn of PTFE will help on that. If the washer's split, you're better off chucking out a washer that's cracked in half. A little bit of grease around here so that when you screw it back in, the washer doesn't catch on the edge and tear. So, assuming that's now operational. If it's leaking, what you want to do when you're tightening up this gland nut, you want to make sure it's still free, and then just give it a little bit of a nip, and then check it again. It wants to be usable, but you want to be able to feel the resistance of this. Not much, just enough, just a little. Now, if it's causing you problems, what you can do, if you're still getting a leak from the gland nut, you can repack it. Now, the best thing to do is, with a little bit of something like PTFE, or in this case Rocol 50, Loctite 55, you can just nick a bit around here, like that, just a turn or two. Cut off too much, but I'll push it in just to show you, that's way too much. And just drop that, pushes it down and in. Now what that'll do is that'll crush up and either squeeze the washer or the packing in there harder, or it'll make a seal itself. But just put a little in. If it's not enough, put a bit more in. You can usually do this live. You'll get a bit of water out, but it won't come howling out usually. But just check by loosening it off. But the standard problem with these is a leak from the gland nut. In the first instance, give it a little bit of a nip. If not, wind it out. A bit of PTFE, Loctite 55, similar. Should help you. Okay, that's it for stopcocks, and if there's any other issues, look at my other guides.